So what's up, DC world, and welcome to your Saturday morning training call. You're in the right place to kick off your weekend right, of course. My name is Jem Campbell. I work here in Vegas with the DC marketing team. And as I mentioned, I'm joined today by my friend and colleague, Ross George, who is going to be taking us through some compensation plan training. Now, if you don't know Ross, you probably do, because he's been on calls, he's been on stage with DC for a while, but just a little bit of background if you don't. Ross has been working with DC now since almost the beginning of Direct Sellers. He's got a massive background in marketing, couple of master's degrees to go with that. We won't get in too deep into that, but he's got obviously a massive background in direct sales as well. So I can think of no one better to take us through this compensation plan this morning and hopefully answer any questions you guys may have on it. Ross, I'm going to hand it straight over to you, man. I'll be here if you need anything.
Cool, thank you so much, Jem. What an awesome turnout this is. This is going to be, hopefully, a crystal clear training so that you guys can fully understand the compensation plan once we're done with it. I'm just back from a couple of days that I spent this week in Kansas City, and I've got to tell you, and I know it's kind of cliche, but truthfully, I've never been more excited about the future of direct sellers. Spending a couple of days in like a think tank with Kevin Ralston is one hell of an experience, by the way. I mean, this guy is so committed to the future of direct sellers. And what I love about Kevin, he goes, if something's not working, if it's not benefiting the field, then we're going to change it. And that's kind of what we've done here with the compensation plan. Now, in case you didn't know a little bit of background, the compensation plan officially changed, I think, last Thursday. And what I want to do, because I'll be the first to admit it, I don't always fully get compensation plans. Is anyone with me on that? Raise your hand. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks. I love you people. We're all on the same team here. Look, sometimes they're difficult. Sometimes it's complicated, and it takes a while. But you kind of, you believe in your upline, you believe in your mentors that if you do the right actions, you'll receive the pay. And of course, that's absolutely always the case here at Direct Sellers. What I've found, though, is when you have complete understanding of a compensation plan, it gives you that little bit of extra belief and confidence to build your business. And I'm hoping that that's what I can give you guys today. So I'm going to take you through a bunch of slides. There might be a couple of pop quizzes there, but you guys look like you're going to smash it. I'm not worried at all. So if anyone has any questions, drop them in the chat as we're going along. I'll probably hide my chat because I'll be like squirrel too often. But Jem, if you can keep me posted on what's happening in the chat, if anyone's got any questions, that would be great. The other thing that I wanted to say about launching this compensation plan is we're going to do a series of modules and training videos to accompany it. That starts here. Today, the goal is to give you a foundation of what's going on with direct sellers. I'm going to call it 3.0. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to get any better than this, but then you never know with Kevin Ralston. All right, guys, so let me share my screen. I'm going to take you through this. As I said, any questions, drop them in the chat. And thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you all. Alrighty, let's do this. All right, someone gives me a thumbs up. Let me know you can see my screen and we'll be good to go. Thank you, Shah. Appreciate you. All right, so let's get straight into it. And we're kicking things off with the brand partner join packages. So as you know, to join as a brand partner, there's two primary options. Just to be clear, we have a $70 non-product option available in the US. That's something that we like to have from a compliance point of view. But these are your two main ways to join direct sellers as a brand partner. Now, you may remember the previous version of our premium wine lover, which was the same price, by the way. What a lot of people would do is they'd go, right, well, I get 6 bottles in the 250 and I get 12 bottles in the 500. And the only real difference is that discounted case reorders, right? So a lot of people would go, well, for $250, I'm getting 6 bottles of wine. Like, it's not worth it. I'm just going to go for the premium. You may have had that experience before, right? Shah, I see you. I think you've been there. So listen, so what Kevin did, and it's just a stroke of genius, is he introduced these VIP customer gift packages, VIP customer coupons. And essentially what they do is they allow you to waive the fee, the $25 fee for somebody to join as a VIP customer in your club. And what that's done is in the premium, you're going to get 10 of those, giving you a $250 value. And in the elite, you're going to get 25 of those, giving you a $625 value. So now you're dealing with like an almost $1,000 package and an almost a $500 package. And that really changes the game. And hopefully it makes your job selling these packages a little bit easier. And we'll talk about those coupons momentarily too. We've also introduced this. Many of you know, if you've been on the Wednesday night mini series with Kevin and myself, retail commissions on all wine sales. That's 20%. So what that means basically is that somebody can come to your website now, your unique direct sellers website. They can come to your website and actually make a purchase without being a brand partner and without being a VIP customer. So they're not committing to a monthly recurring order. They're not committing to build the business. You were just potentially holding a tasting. They loved the Lazy Lab and they said, I want to try that, can I? And you say, of course you can. Go to my website and purchase it right there. So let's take a little example.
So now
a retail customer spends $100 on your website. You're going to make a $20 commission on that. But I'll also talk about BV, aka business volume, in a moment, because retail sales also generate business volume. Don't worry, we're going to break that down a little clearer in a minute. So let's just think about that. 20% on retail sales, 10% business volume. Every single bottle that is purchased on your website equates to 10 BV. So BV is business volume, and that goes into your unilevel. Unilevel is a scary word, I agree, and we'll come to the unilevel momentarily. So let's take an example. I'm not going to pick anyone on anyone, but here we go. Maybe I will. I see Vicky. You're looking intimidated. No, I'm joking. Vicky Spencer, I got you. Okay, so removing all the barriers to entry not only allows you to earn commissions immediately, but it also adds to your unilevel volume. So let's break this down. If a customer goes to your website and buys 6 bottles, okay? That has a retail value of $180. The reason for that is we've currently priced all of our bottles on the website as $30. Now, of course, there are mega discounts available as brand partners and VIP customers, but let's say this person's not into doing that. They want to buy 6 bottles and they're happy to spend the $180. Okay? You're going to make 20% on that. And that equals $36. So someone's gone to your website, they've spent $180, that's $36 straight into your commission check. That's typical like affiliate marketing. You can do that stuff on like Amazon and stuff like that now. But wait, there's more. We talked about this 10% unilevel business volume that is generated for every single bottle that is ordered. So if this person has bought 6 bottles, that's going to generate 6 times 10, 60 BV, okay? So what you've made on that 60 BV is 10%, and that's $6. That is in addition to your $36 there. And we'll go through that as well when we talk about the unilevel. I just want to be clear that not only are you going to make the 36 in straight retail commission, but you're also going to make that $6 because you've generated 60 BV. 10% of 60 is 6. We're at 42. Alrighty, this is one of our favorite bonuses, I think. This is called the customer acquisition bonus. I have a feeling this might end up getting called the CAB, the CAB, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't like letters too much because they confuse new people. So let's just for now call it the customer acquisition bonus. So as a brand partner, you earn $20 customer acquisition bonus each time you personally enroll a new VIP customer. So somebody decides I want to be on a club 2, a club 4, or a club 6. They're going to join your club. They're going to pay that $25 join fee, and you're going to make $20. I know what you're thinking. What if they used one of the new VIP customer coupons? Do I still make my $20? The answer, unbelievably, is yes, you do. So that's an amazing way. Think about that. If you join as an elite and you have 25 of those, essentially you've got 25 times 20 to make commissions on those VIP customer coupons. It's real money, it's going into your checks, and it's the customer acquisition bonus. So let's take a look at these, the VIP customer coupons. during your first 60 days, and that's important, and there's a reason why we've put that on there, by the way, the first 60 days, we want people not to sit on these for like years upon years and have like loads stored up in the back office. We want to get you into momentum as early as possible. Don't forget, these are only available for brand partners. So if you're a brand partner and you've joined on one of those packages, the assumption is you actually want to make commissions, you want to build your business, and this is a great way of getting you into momentum in those first 60 days. As it says there, you will still receive your VIP customer acquisition bonus of $20. So if you've got 25 of them, imagine if I could do mathematics right now, I could do 25 times 20, you'd have loads of money, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I just love this, and I think it's such a great way of getting people back into the black, getting their investment back. That's such an important thing in direct sales, and this is an amazing way for you guys to do it. Okay, we're going to talk momentarily about the Fast Start bonus, because this is another one that is important in terms of generating momentum quickly. So you'll see there it says the 30-day Fast Start. You can earn Fast Start bonuses immediately when you enroll new brand partners who purchase a brand partner join package. So in this case, if you sign up a new elite in your first 30 days, you're going to make $200. If you sign up a new premium in your first 30 days, you're going to make $100. You want to know something cool? I get to be the popular guy now and tell you all this. Every single existing brand partner gets a reset date of July 1st. So not only are you going to get your VIP customer coupons, you're going to get your Fast Start period starting from July 1st. By the way, that's not to say that anything you do between now and then doesn't count. You can still totally use these. However, we want to give you the maximum amount of time. So we're going to draw a line in the sand on July 1st. That's when your 60 days start for your coupons. That's when your 30 days starts for your Fast Start bonus. How's that sound, guys? I see you loving it. I see you. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Deanna. Okay. Now then, this is for everyone. This is for everyone that is in the company with regards to your Fast Start bonus. And this is something that you can do in July to double your Fast Start period. And this is an ongoing thing. This is not like a one-time deal. This is written into the compensation plan. In your first 30 days, depending on what you do, you can double the time that you can make those extra bonuses. So if you remember, the Fast Start bonus was 200 and 100. If you then, in your first 30 days, generate 200 BV, and I'll talk about that in a moment, but it essentially is 20 bottles. If 20 bottles go through your organization in your first 30 days, we're going to double your Fast Start period, and you're going to get another 30 days to do that. So there you go. Okay, now we're going to do an example, and we're going to go slow because this is the bit that's super important. I want to make sure everybody understands it. Wait there, I see 27 comments in the chat. Jem, I hope you got me. 27 comments in the chat. Imagine if nobody can hear me at this point. It'd be a disaster.
I got you.
We're good?
We are good. Mostly
cool.
People just absolutely loving the new Fast Start period, by the way.
Oh, good. That's what we love to hear. Okay, so the getting started example, we're going to do some math again. Fast Start bonuses provide extra rewards. Let's get your investment back quickly. So let's say in my first 30 days, I enroll 4 new elites. 4 times 200, I'm going to make $800 on that. Okay. Next up, I'm going to enroll 2 premiums. So I've got 6 new brand partners. I'm going to make $200 for my new premiums at $100 a piece. Then I'm going to enroll 3 new VIP customers. I'm going to use my VIP coupons because why not? And that is a $20 customer acquisition bonus times 3. That's $60. So you've done 4 elites, 2 premiums, 3 new customers. What does that equal? Over $1,000. And not only that, you've generated way more than 200 BV. So you've doubled your Fast Start period as well. You know what the other kicker to this is? You're going to qualify for 3 and free with your new 3 customers that you used your coupons for, providing they stay active, of course, providing they stay on their auto ship. Your 3 and free, which means your auto ship next month is free. So you've made $1,000 and your wine's free. Sounds pretty good, right? Okay, let's talk about building your business. So the Fast Start period is done. Those 30 or 60 days have passed. What happens now if I enroll or personally sponsor a new brand partner? Well, we have the team builder bonus. So this is essentially your fast start after your fast start's finished. So you've got those 30 or 60 days. And then after that, we still reward you for bringing in brand partners that buy the packages. On this case, you'll get $100 for an elite and $50 for a premium. So it just cuts in half after those first 30 to 60 days. 3 and free, you already know about this. You can save, you imagine somebody's on a Club 6, is a $99 auto ship. If you get your wine for free, over the year, it's gonna cost about $1,200, right? That is a free, all you have to do is pay tax and shipping. So if you get those 3 customers, you keep them active for a year, you just built a business over a year with no overhead costs for your product. It's crazy. So I love the 3 and free because it's a way of just making sure that there's no stress when that auto ship comes out, where your monthly recurring order hits. It's just a great way of keeping everybody in the black. Now, there's something that's really important here, which is another massive enhancement to the comp plan. Business volume is also generated for orders which qualify for 3 and free. So let's say, for example, you have a couple of people that are getting their wine free in your organization. Even though they're not actually paying for that, because it is a value proposition and it's essentially a company taking care of it, you still get the business volume into your Unilevel organization, which is amazing. So there are no gotchas in this compensation plan. It is legitimate, it's unbelievable, and it's watertight. Okay, now then, this is often considered the tricky bit in compensation plans in direct sales. It's called the Unilevel. Now, let me see. Anyone agree the Unilevel can be a little bit intimidating at times? Give us a thumbs up, Tony. Appreciate you. I also, yeah, this has been something that, particularly if you combine it with things like binaries and all that, it becomes like doing algebra at school, and that was a no for me. And you too, good. Well, we took the binary out of this completely, thank the Lord. So now we're just dealing with a Unilevel, and I'm going to try and break down the Unilevel to make this crystal clear. One of the most important things to understand about the Unilevel is this is where the beauty of direct sales occurs. This is where residual income begins. And the Unilevel is entirely driven by the volume in your organization. So if you look at the different ways to join here, this here has a business volume attached to each of the packs. Now, of course, what you'll also know, and we'll go into it in a moment, is anybody that is on a monthly recurring order, that business volume, even if they're free, as we just talked about, goes into your Unilevel organization. So you might have seen this chart before, and I'm going to show this in a couple of different ways. These are the first 9 ranks in the direct sellers compensation plan, okay, starting at wine lover. So if I bring in 1 brand partner, I am now a wine lover. If I bring in 9 personally sponsored brand partners, I'm now a master seller. So it goes from 1 to 9, levels 1 to 9, the Unilevel, okay? And you might be thinking, well, that doesn't make sense. Why at the top rank would I be getting 2%? It's confusing. When I could just be at rank 1 and be getting 10%. That used to completely freak me out as well. But the thing is, what you're doing at each rank is unlocking new levels. And I'll show you that in a moment. So you can build an organization that has much more volume going into it, and you're still going to get a percentage on that level. So let's see if we can break that down. If in case you're more traditional, this is quite a helpful chart. So here's our ranks at the top. Wine lover, and we'll only focus here on master seller. We won't go beyond that just for now. So I sign up 1, I'm a wine lover. I personally sponsor 9 brand partners. I go all the way to a master seller. You'll see here, yeah, at level 1, that's great. I'm going to be making 10% on everything, just like you do with retail, if you recall. 10% BV on all of the things that are personal to you immediately. But what if then that person decides, well, actually, I want to start enrolling people. I like this business model. I'm going to do it. Well, then what happens is if you're a wine enthusiast at level 2, you're going to get 5% on what they do, and so on and so forth. So you're basically at this level on your own, but as you start to build a team, this is where the unit level starts to unlock. So down at Master Seller, you'll see here, it's entirely unlocked, levels 1 to 9, meaning that you get a percentage on each level within your organization. So yes, it's 2%, but it's 2% plus 2, plus 3, plus 3, plus 4, plus 4, plus 10, 10, and 10. And I'll talk about why that goes up in a moment, because you'll see these yellow circles. These reference the multiplier bonus. Don't worry, it doesn't overcomplicate things too much, I promise you. I'll explain that in a moment. It's actually a way of making sure that you get paid even more for what's happening in your unit level chart. So if we have any master sellers on this call, which I'm absolutely positive we do, you guys are getting paid at the full level here for everything that's happening in your organization. Kevin also introduced this thing here called dynamic compression. And we'll probably do like a training module on this at some point, but essentially what this means is, in the previous comp plan, let's say that you had somebody on your 11th level that was absolutely killing it in the business, but they were on your 11th level and you weren't getting any credit for it. That kind of sucks. So what dynamic compression does is, if there's people inactive in between you and that person who's killing it, all of that volume goes up dynamically and it goes into your unit level. So it's a great way. There are, like I said, there are absolutely no gotchas in this compensation plan. It's built to reward you as best we possibly can. So getting paid, let's think about the ways that we can generate business volume, all right? Retail product purchases. Someone goes to your website, they buy wine, that goes right into your unit level at 10 PV per bottle. Brand partner join packages, of course. VIP customer orders, and the monthly recurring orders. And the monthly recurring orders is really where residual income starts to come to fruition, because it's those people that are committed to the wine club, committed to building the business. As that product moves through, you continue to get paid month after month after month. So take a look at this. Tell me what you think. And we're going to start here. This is me. I've changed my appearance since then, but that was me. Okay. So silly. So here we go. We've got levels 1. Level 1 right here. Every single person that I personally sponsor, be it a brand partner, a customer, or a retail customer, goes here on my first level. Okay. That means that I can't sponsor someone and they suddenly end up down here. I can't do that. Everyone that I sponsor is what's called frontline to me. They're on my first level. I am their sponsor. Hopefully I'll be their mentor and we'll guide them through or do whatever they want to do. But everybody that I personally sponsor is going to come here. Now, if you look at level like these guys here, 1 to 8, they've not really done anything yet. You can see that maybe they don't want to, maybe they're just VIP customers. Good luck to them. But here, number 9, the 9th person that I enrolled, well, she got to work and she enrolled this gentleman here. That means that everything that this gentleman does, there's going to be a 5% commission into my unit level, okay? Now, this guy also got to work and he enrolled this lady here, and that's 5% too. This lady got to work and enrolled this lady, 4%, and so on, all the way down to 2%. Now, what's crazy is that these people can build just like you've done there with your 1 to 9. They can build as wide as they want. And those people that come in can also build as wide as they want. So you can start to see how your organization can grow as monthly recurring orders start to go through it. The unit level is where you're going to make some serious money if you're a leader and if you're building your unit level volume. So here we go. So I've kind of broke this down just for simplicity. Some people call it legs, by the way. Some people call these things legs, like leg 1, leg 2, all the way through to leg 9, right? That's totally fine. You can do that. The reason I've done 9 here is because 9 obviously puts us at master seller. So I wanted to just focus on 1 to 9 wide, and we'll look at 1 to 9 down. As you personally sponsor your new brand partners, as I said, they go on your first level, okay? But as your brand partners, here number 3, thanks number 3, got to work, everybody that they sponsor goes on their first level, not your first level, on their first level. So number 3 enrolled this lady. And what that means is she can build as wide as she likes, okay? And you're gonna get that percentage. Now let's say it starts to grow. These people can all build as wide as they want, just like you're doing in your organization here at the top. they can also build as wide as they like because they're at the top of their organization and they're building whatever they want to build. And this all goes into Unilevel. So yes, you've personally sponsored 9 people and you're a master seller, and that's amazing. But these people have also sponsored, and who knows how many she's going to be building, and who knows how many she's going to be building. So you start to really get to see the compounding in volume that goes into a Unilevel that creates these big checks. And let's talk about a big check for a moment. Let's talk about something crazy like getting to ambassador. All right. In this thing here, this lady here, she enrolled this lady enrolled this lady. They started to build organizations. They started to enroll VIP customers. They started to enroll new brand partners. They started to enroll or do retail sales. All of that business volume is going into this one leg. So if we look at leg 3 here, based on what's happening here, there's 20,000 business volume going in here. That's just a hypothetical, by the way. Like, don't look at these 5 people and be like, wait, where did the 20,000 come from? It didn't. We never know what's going to happen in these Unilevel things. People are unpredictable. They sponsor people. They, do you know what I mean? Like, you can never know exactly what's going on. Of course, the compensation plan and programmers do, but for the purpose of an illustration, let's just assume there's 20,000 business volume going down this leg. Let's assume there's 10,000 going here, and let's assume there's 20,000 here. Now you might be thinking, well, why is there only 20,000 here and 20,000 here, where this one goes much deeper? Well, again, you just don't know. This gentleman here might have built an organization that was so wide and got all of this volume generated where, like, this person might just be this person, might have a couple of people on a team. Good luck to it. So you just don't know who's going to be those rock stars, or maybe you do, and that's one of the beauties of network marketing. But the point is in this case, just from 3 legs here, you'd have 50,000 BV, business volume, in your Unilevel. Let's talk about this bonus, the power of 3, the wine tribe. People have been really, really excited about this since we announced it a couple of weeks ago. The wine tribe basically is a way for giving you additional bonuses for bringing in people in 3. So like if you enroll 3 new brand partners, that's a wine tribe. So let's say if I had 9, I'd actually have 3 wine tribes. So let's look at that in a little more detail. The wine tribe here, again, this is me. I've enrolled 3 people personally. What that's going to do is that's going to give me 1 wine tribe, and I'm going to earn $50 additional. This is just a new bonus that we've introduced, a $50 bonus for having 3 people. Now, of course, you might have 6, you might have 9. And if that's the case, you're going to make that 53 times, just so you know. That's a crazy cool thing about the wine tribe. Now, let's say that these people decide, hey, I'm going to duplicate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to enroll 3, 3, and 3. Now what you've got is you've actually got 4 wine tribes. You've got 1 yourself, and then those 3 people have created their own wine tribe. What that is going to do is it's going to give you a residual $300 monthly. It doesn't look that difficult, but you never know, and that's the thing. But all you need to do here is personally enroll 3 people to get the 50. Now, if those people then duplicate that, you're going to make the 300. Now, these people, if they duplicate it, and this is crazy, this is level 3 of the wine tribe. For 9 wine tribes in your organization, you're going to get an additional $1,500 monthly. And this is not related to the Unilevel at all. This is a completely new bonus. It's a $50, $300, and $1,500 monthly bonus. And I love this bonus because it's just, I mean, $1,500 a month could probably save the world. I'll tell you that right now. It's brilliant. So let's talk some serious leadership. Now, what I want to say is when I joined direct sales, I think probably back in like 2012, the only thing I wanted was a car. I moved to America. I didn't really have much going on. And I was like, imagine if I could get car qualified. And I was so excited about the possibility of that. But truthfully, whenever it was talked about, there was like a part in my brain that thought, not possible. I don't know, like it felt like too much of a stretch. And I ended up doing it. I ended up doing it after about 18 months, working my socks off. And I had a silver BMW, and I thought I was the bee's knees, but it was brilliant. And I want the same for all of you too. So let's talk about rewarding leadership for a moment. We have some seller directors on this call, I've already seen. So a seller director is the new rank that you may or may not be aware of yet, but essentially the seller director, you become one of those when you have a personally enrolled master seller. What is a master seller? Somebody who has 9 brand partners personally sponsored in their organization. You become a seller director when you have 1 master seller that you've personally sponsored. Now, what's cool about that is it rewards leadership. It rewards you supporting your team and helping them become master seller. We only win if you win. And that's one of the beautiful things about network marketing in general. And it's completely here in this compensation plan now. So what do you get if you're a seller director? Well, you get an additional 10% on your unilevel check. So let's say, for example, last month I made $1,000 in my unilevel, just hypothetically. I'd make an extra $100 just because I'm a seller director. Now the chances are, if you're a seller director, you probably made a little bit more than $1,000 in your unilevel last month, so it'd probably be more than 100, but I was just keeping the math super simple. You'll also get a one-time cash bonus of 500. There's 3 levels to seller director. Seller director 1, seller director 2, and seller director 3. What's crazy is at seller director 3, you're going to make an additional 30%. So instead of that 10% that we just talked about. So now let's say last month I made $1,000 commission in my unilevel. That's taken care of. What I'm also going to get is 30% on top of that. So another $300 in my check just for being a seller director, plus a one-time rank advancement bonus of $1,500. So let's do an example. Let's try and break this down as best we can. Unilevel commissions as a master seller. Let's say I made $1,800. I'm going to get my one-time rank advancement bonus of 500. I'm going to make 10% additionally on that. So I'm going to make an extra 180. So that is the benefit of being a seller director. You're basically going to make an extra 680 on top of your usual unilevel commissions. So the 500 one-time bonus plus your 10%, which is residual, that is monthly. You get that every single month as a seller director, and that's just level 1. Enjoy 20% and 30% at level 2 and level 3. Okay. Now, how do you get that unilevel checkup? How do you get it from $1,000 to 2,000 and beyond? Well, when you are a master seller and above, you're going to earn extra commissions within your unilevel. So at level 2 and 3 of a master seller, we're going to give you an extra 5%. So if you look at this here, if you'll remember that chart before, and we can go back and look at it if you want, level 2 is 5% and level 3 is 5%. However, that's the standard. As soon as I get to master seller, we're going to bump that up. So it's going to be 10 and it's going to be 10. So now your first 3 levels, you're going to be making 10% on. So remember before when we talked about everybody that you personally sponsor goes on your front line and you make 10% on that? At master seller, that same thing happens at levels 2 and levels 3 for you. So you double up on that. At seller director, we're going to double level 4. Seller director 2, we're going to double level 5, and at seller director 3, we're going to double level 6. So those unilevel commissions that we looked at just a moment ago for seller director, they really start to get big because they're big anyway because of all the volume that's going to be going through your organization. But at this point, they're going to get doubled. They're going to get doubled up to level 6. So we don't do anything at level 7, 8, and 9 here. We go from 1 to 6. Let's talk about the car club for a moment. Because the car club, as I said, was one of the things that truly motivated me when I first moved to America. I was so desperate to drive here, and I certainly couldn't afford a car, but I got introduced to network marketing. And for me, it was a massive sense of accomplishment when it happened. And like I said, I just want the same for you. And we have a couple of car club earners here at DC, but I want everyone. I want the whole organization driving Teslas or BMWs or Cadillacs or Audis or Mercedes. They're your choices, by the way, with the car club, which is not too shabby at all. So to get level 1 of a car club, which will do you $500 every single month, Level 2 will get you 750, by the way, so you can probably get a crazy cool car for that. You need to generate either 30,000 or 60,000 BV into your unilevel. And I'm going to break this down in a moment for you, just so you can see, well, 30,000, what does that exactly mean? How can I get there? I'll show you in a sec. By the way, really cool announcement. As of today, Kevin confirmed this with me the other day. It was previously silver only for the Direct Sellers Car Club, and you know, you get a really subtle and classy decal. You get some Ray-Bans, you get keychains, you get like loads of cool memorabilia when you qualify. But as of yesterday, it was only silver cars. Now we're doing black, and now we're doing white. So you get to pick between these three really cool colors and all of those really cool brands. So yeah, so let's take a look at getting you Car Club qualified. Who's going to do this? All right. So let's talk about level 1. We know that we need 30,000 BV. I just showed that 2 ago. So 30,000 will get you to level 1. How do I get 30,000 BV in my unilevel? It sounds like a lot, right? It's like, I'm never going to get 30,000 BV. How do I do that? Let's break it down. How many bottles is 30,000 BV in your organization? Well, we know that 1 bottle equals 10 BV, okay? So if 1 bottle equals 10 BV, you need 3,000 bottles going through your organization to hit that 30,000 BV. Well, 3,000 bottles, that's probably an average Friday night for Jem. No, but I mean, it's difficult. It sounds like a lot, right? But let's break that down. And I didn't know how else to call this. How many humans do we need for that, okay? Well, let's assume, and this is an assumption, of course, it's never ever going to be this simple, but let's assume that people in my organization, because I lead by example, I'm on a 6-bottle auto ship, monthly recurring order. I'm going to assume that the people in my organization are also on a 6-bottle monthly recurring order. So that 3,000 bottles actually translates to 500 monthly recurring orders in my organization. Does everyone follow that so far? 500 auto ships, 500 maps, 500 monthly recurring orders. However you like to say that is 500. Okay, so let's think about that. Now we're going to assume that I have 9 legs for my unilevel. If you remember, I became a master seller. I enrolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people on my front line. And then we started to go to work. If I have those 9 legs active and building, it means that only 55 monthly recurring orders per leg need to be occurring. I mean, 55 per leg, so it's 55 times 9. That's where you're going to get your 500 monthly recurring orders from. I mean, when you look at 30,000 business volume, it's super intimidating. When you look at having 55 auto ships going through 9 legs in your organization, it feels manageable. And you can break that down however you want. And keep in mind, this isn't you personally sponsoring these people to get 55 in your organization. This is your entire organization, something that at some point you're going to lose control of when you enroll people and they get, you know, they get on fire and they start to enroll people. So it's a really doable thing to get you to that first level of Car Club. So I want to see some awesome qualified people when we get to Dallas. By the way, a little note, if you don't want the car, don't know why you wouldn't, but if you didn't want the car, you can actually say, I'll just take 50% of the cash value. Sounds like a terrible idea, take the car. But just to let you know. Okay, and the final rank in our compensation plan is ambassador. An ambassador works much in the same way as the Car Club, except for the whole levels 1 to 9 thing doesn't count anymore. It's everywhere. It goes infinitely deep on unlimited levels. You can see that they're circled. So that means that it doesn't matter where they are, how deep they are in your organization. If they're generating volume, it doesn't have to be levels 1 to 9 in terms of the unilevel. So there are 3 different levels of ambassador. The first one starts at 50,000. Think about that as we break it down. We did 30,000 for the car, but that's in levels 1 to 9. 50,000 is beyond that. You can have unlimited levels, 100,000 and 200,000. Platinum level ambassadors, these people are making serious residual income. And don't worry, I have a disclaimer at the end. So I'm protected there. But yeah, I mean, they are. And I'll show you that in a moment. All right, the road to ambassador. Let's focus only on the residual income potential of an ambassador. Don't worry, guys. This is the last time I'm going to make you do any mathematics on this Saturday morning. So here we go. Well, we just saw to get to ambassador, we need 50,000, 100,000, or 200,000. Now, let's say in my unilevel, I'm doing 60,000. We looked at the car club example earlier, and that was 30,000. Let's say we're doing a little bit more than that. Now, this is something that I want to kind of give you guys a little tip on. It's almost like my little cheat sheet for the unilevel. I assume that if whatever volume I have going through my organization, I'm just going to take 5% of that as like a guesstimate for how much money it's going to make. Now, why do I choose 5%? Because if you remember, on your first 3 levels at Master Seller and above, you're going to be earning 10% on those first 3 levels, and it goes down to 2% on 9 levels. So I kind of take like an average between 10 and 2. Like I'm not like Einstein. I just kind of go, let's put it somewhere in the middle and call it 5%. And that allows me to calculate as an estimate what sort of money my unilevel is going to be worth. So if I've got 60,000 business volume in my unilevel, that's going to translate to $3,000 if I assume this 5% rule. And I would probably recommend doing that. Because like I said, you're never going to be able to calculate it perfectly. That's what programmers are for. Then what else have we got? Okay, we've got a seller director bonus. Let's say we're at level 3. Don't forget the seller director bonus is, if that would actually be level 1, because that would be 10%. So let's change that to level 1. I apologize. So level 1 there would be 300. Actually, if you were level 3, that would be $900. But let's keep it at level 1, 3,000 plus your 300. Okay. Now let's also say that we have a Wine Tribe bonus, $1,500 monthly. You might remember that. So we're at 1,500. So far we've got 3,000 from my unilevel. We've got 300 from my seller director. And we've got 1,500 from our Wine Tribe. Let's say also that we are in the car club, okay? And then we're also going to have this total unilevel volume, and we're going to have an ambassador bonus, and we're going to have total residual earnings of 10,550. Now, bear with me, guys, because I actually want to change this here. This here should be my 750, and I apologize because that is a number that will confuse things. And while I'm here, let me change this here to a 1. So guys, let's go through that really quickly again. 60,000 BV in your unilevel. Take the 5% kind of cheat sheet rule, call that $3,000. Seller director level 1 will be $300. Wine Tribe bonus would be $1,500. You got 9 Wine Tribes. Car club would be $750. Total unilevel, remember that is different from your unilevel volume because this goes infinite, unlimited levels deep. That would be worth 5,000 at your ambassador bonus. Your total residual earnings there would be 10,550. So even though I kind of butchered that slide, hopefully you start to see, because what's crazy about this is not even taking into consideration your retail sales, your customer acquisition bonuses, your team builder bonuses. You are actually going to make this, and I think this is the holy grail and why so many people come to direct sales. It's for residual income. You know, that $10,000 residually, I mean, it's absolutely life-changing. That's without doing your retail, your customer acquisition, and your team builder on a monthly basis. So who knows where that check can go to. And this is kind of an average earnings and average month to progress, but it's doable in 2 years to get to ambassador. It's doable in 2 years. Now, everybody's journey is different, that's for sure. But what we want to do is we want to build you to have the confidence to understand the comp plan and to progress through this systematically. So that's part of it. The comp plan is available to download in the back office right now. It's downloadable in Dropbox. So log into your back office, go to resources, it's right there. There's a glossary that's going to help you with all of this. And then also, of course, very important to note the income disclaimer that we have here. So any income earning statements are estimates. And I've kind of been saying that all along. It's very difficult to know with the Unilevel, but we take estimates based on logic, and people have different journeys in this industry. Some people come and they're here for the community and the spirit, and I love those people just as much as the people that are making 10, 20, 30 grand a month. Everything is possible in direct sales. The only variable, honestly, is you. You believe in this company, you believe in this compensation plan, if you believe in the leadership of Kevin Ralston and beyond, direct sellers is an exciting place to be right now. So I'm gonna stop my share. Oh my gosh, the chat is popping off. I daren't even look. But yeah, what I wanna say is we have a really exciting road to Dallas. Dallas is August 17th, 16th, 17th. And I already know a couple of the announcements, and I'm not doing that to be like annoying, like I can't tell you. I genuinely can't, but what I will tell you is it's game changing. And the compensation plan is staying as is. So this is what you have to build your foundation on now. It is, yeah, thanks Priscilla, August 16th and 17th, get there, absolutely. Go to uncorked2019.com, get your tickets. Also, I want to encourage you to be on Monday night's opportunity call with Vanessa Jackson. I just spent a couple days with Vanessa, with Kevin in Kansas City, and she is a really special person. She is so motivated to help you guys and to understand this and build the business and, you know, help you with your tastings and things like that. She's just going to be absolutely huge for this company, and she's here solely to help you guys. You will meet her in Dallas, of course, but she's doing this Monday night's opportunity call as well. And she maybe has like 3 announcements, one of which is groundbreaking. Another one is a way for you to get to Dallas by just doing a couple of special things, free tickets on the way. I'm not stealing the thunder, I'm just giving you a preview. So guys, I hope that this was somewhat helpful. I know I butchered that last slide a little bit, but other than that, I think we did all right. What do you think, Jem?
I loved it. I know definitely I understand it a load more, which is super cool. Again, historically, someone who doesn't understand compensation plans right here. And I know you took it through perfectly. I loved it. I know people in the chat saying, you know, how cool it was. Massive excitement. There's a couple of questions. Just one little quick, I know we can clean up real fast. You mentioned that non-product option, the $70 join fee. They don't get VIP customer coupons. Is that correct?
Correct. They don't get VIP customer coupons, and they don't generate any BV into the person's Unilevel either. It is a $70. You get basically your personalized e-commerce website, and you're open for business, but you don't get any products. You don't get any case reorder discounts, and you don't get any VIP customer coupons. Don't do the $70. Do the big one. Let's go big.
May as well get some wine at the same time, right?
I mean, come on.
No, for sure. And just one more quick thing. I know that when we changed,
we get the best monthly recurring orders every single month. I love it.
There it is. Yeah, no, Priscilla in the chat, just ignore that $70. No, for sure. I mean, if there is an option, it's definitely there is an option, but why would you not want to share the wine with everyone as well? Definitely. And just one more quick thing. I think I know the answer to this already. When the comp plan was updated last Thursday, obviously the old binary system was automatically updated into the new Unilevel, right?
Yeah, so actually I got an email from Kevin this morning saying that anyone that has any questions or issues with their commissions, please get in touch with member services. Anything that we need to do to correct it, we'll absolutely do that manually. Look, there's always going to be a little bit of challenging times when you transition from an old comp plan to a new one. If you have any questions, feel free to call member services and get that looked at in detail. So yeah, Kevin did say, please mention that this morning. If there are things to look at, you can do that.
Awesome. We love hearing from you guys, and I'm sure member services does too. Ross, thank you so much, man. We are going to kick it over to Jerry Greenfield, our wine whisperer. Jerry, this has been a bit of a longer call than normal, so we'll shoot it straight to you for a bit of wine education. Thanks for sticking with us.
Well, sure thing, and great job, Ross. And I promise that what I have to say, it will be a lot less complicated and a lot shorter because I know we've spent a lot of time today, so I'm going to make this really quick. The last couple of weeks, as you know, we've been talking about the characteristics of different kinds of grapes and different kinds of wines, what they're supposed to taste like, and so forth. So today I want to talk a little bit about Merlot. I had a couple of requests after we did Cabernet Sauvignon and Sauvignon Blanc. I had a couple of requests from members to talk a little bit about Merlot because it is such a popular wine and the wine that everybody knows about. First thing is that we have to remember the 3 Gs, the grape, the ground, and the guy or the gal. What is the grape? What is it supposed to taste like? Where does it come from? Because it tastes different if it's grown in different environments and different soils and different climates. And who's making it? Who's the winemaker? And what are they looking for? What are they trying to accomplish with their wine? As I've said many times before, you take a piece of fish, take the same piece of fish, give it to 5 different chefs, you're going to wind up with 5 different recipes completely. Take the same grape, give it to 5 different winemakers in 5 different places, you'll wind up with 5 different kinds of wine, 5 different experiences. Some of them may be to your taste, some of them may not. Remember, there's only 2 kinds of wine, the kind you like and the kind you don't. But anyway, Merlot is pretty easy to understand because I consider Merlot to be kind of like a twin cousin to Cabernet. Merlot and Cabernet share a lot of the same characteristics in terms of flavor profile, but Merlot is a lot plusher and smoother and softer and not quite as bold and big as Cabernet is. So first of all, we have this flavor of cassis, of black currant. If you don't know what black currant tastes like, next time you have a chance to go out to a restaurant or you're in a bar, order a glass of crème de cassis, and it will give you an idea of exactly what black currant tastes like. Cabernet and Merlot both have this cassis currant sort of flavors to them. Dark fruit, black plum, blackberry is also very common in Cabernet and in Merlot. Like I say, they pretty much share the same flavor profile. The big difference is that Merlot is not quite as thick-skinned, so it doesn't have as much tannin in it as Cabernet does. That makes it a little softer, rounder in the mouth. The mouthfeel is a little more velvety and not quite as bold and biting as a Cabernet is. And it's generally smoother. And since it doesn't have as much tannin, it's generally ready to drink a little sooner and a little younger than Cabernet is. Cabernet and Merlot are perfect blending partners in Bordeaux. The 2 major grapes that they use to make the famous Bordeaux wines are Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, because the Merlot takes some of the edge off the Cabernet, and the Cabernet gives some of the structure to the Merlot. So that's why they're perfect blending partners. So if you're drinking Cabernet, if you're drinking Merlot, you're going to get basically the same flavor profile, but what will be different will be the sensation you get of the wine on the palate and of the wine basically in your mouth and the experience of it. The aromas are going to be a little softer. The mouthfeel is going to be a little softer. It's going to be a little bit more elegant and not quite as much in your face. So that'll do it for me for today. Remember, everybody, questions, comments, suggestions, smart remarks, sarcastic input, whatever you want, email me at winewhisper@directsellers.com. If you have any suggestions for things you'd like me to cover on these calls or things you'd like me to cover in the blog that we do at directsellersblog.com, I'll be happy to consider them and happy to answer any of your questions that you have. So until next time, back to you, and we'll looking forward to seeing everybody in Dallas.
Awesome.
Jerry.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you for being with us. Ross, I know you wanted to say one more thing, so I'll hand it back to you.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know, a few people have been asking me for the slides, and I want to say I'm actually going to just upload them right now. I've corrected that last slide, so don't worry. We're going to put these slides into the Facebook group, and I'll drop it in the back office as well, so you can kind of peruse this at your own time. Look, I know it's not easy, but it's going to be worth it. Having confidence in your comp plan is huge in terms of getting you into action, because fear and doubt is going to create that inaction. I also wanted to say a big thank you to someone, I'm not sure if she's actually on this call, Marie Bennett. She has been hugely helpful for all of us in terms of getting the language right to ensure that we're absolutely compliant and that the FTC are going to love our compensation plan. So thanks, Marie. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate every single one of you being here on a Saturday or a Sunday if you're in Australia. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I'm definitely going to see you on the Monday night opportunity call and then in Dallas too. Cheers, everyone. Have a great one.